morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture to see how those incidents may or may not affect our daily lives. Listen, you see the title. You see the title. Uh-oh. Trying to do too much over here. Give me 1 second, y'all. There. Ooh, just doing too much. Me and these microphones over here, nothing seems to be lasting long. And I have too many microphones for them not to be working the way they should. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. Listen, I am going to be going over the NAACP Image Awards nominations. Now, yesterday on YouTube, the NAACP channel had a ceremony in regards to their nomination. So, what I want to do is kind of go over the list. It's not an exhaustive list that I'm going over. I am just going over actors and music. Their films and all that other stuff. If you are interested in seeing that, most definitely go to the YouTube page and also go to the Hollywood Reporter, and they have that information for you. So this is the YouTube page that you can definitely go to see the complete exhaustive list. But this is not the complete and exhaustive list. So we will go over we'll go over some of this. So let me go ahead and get started. First of all, make sure y'all housekeeping. Y'all, please hit that like button. That helps with my engagement. And also, if you like what you see, subscribe. And once you subscribe, you'll be open to a plethora of movies and television series that I have reviewed. You'll be open to my pop culture chats, and you'll be open to my celebrity legal news briefs. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this list. First of all, we have the Entertainer of the Year that was announced, and the nominees are Cynthia Erivo, Kiki Palmer, Kendrick Lamar, Kevin Hart, and Shannon Sharp. I believe Cynthia Erivo was nominated from her role in Wicked. Kiki Palmer from her podcast. This is Kiki Palmer. Kendrick Lamar for his pretty much outstanding from the rap battle, and then from the music that he has put out from that rap battle. Kevin Hart, who is an actor. I'm not really familiar with all the stuff that Kevin Hart came out with this year. And Shannon Sharp, because Shannon Sharp was his Club Shay Shay podcast was the one that kind of just shook up 2024. So they are listed as the Entertainers of the Year. The Outstanding Social Media Personality of the Year, they have Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat is big on Twitch, and he's also big here on YouTube. You got Keith Lee. He's big on TikTok. He does food reviews and things like that. We have Rayshonda Lyles. Now she is on TikTok. She's on TikTok. She did a lot of campaigning for the Harris campaign. Shirley Raines, I'm not too familiar with her. And then we have Tony Baker, who is a comedian. He's big on YouTube. He's bigger on probably on Instagram. So then we've got the Outstanding Motion Picture. Excuse me. We've got Bad Boys Ride or Die. That's with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. We have Bob Marley, One Love. We have The Piano Lessons. That's on Netflix. We have The 6888, which is a movie also on Netflix. We have Wicked, and again, that's Cynthia Erivo. 6888 is Kerry Washington. The Piano Lesson is, what's the Detweiler's girl's name? I can't think what her first name is. Bob Marley is the can't remember what the name of that actor is. I can't remember what the name of that actor is. I apologize. Then we have outstanding actor in a motion picture. We have Andre Holland in Exhibiting Forgiveness. We have Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing. And from what I understand, that movie was that he did a very good job in that movie. We have John David Washington in The Piano Lesson. We have Kingsley, that's his name, Kingsley Ben Adair for the Bob Marley movie. And then we have Martin Lawrence for Bad Boys, Ride or Die. Wait a minute, they didn't even have Will Smith? Wait a minute. Will Smith wasn't interesting. Outstanding actress in a motion picture, we got Cynthia Erivo for Wicked. We have Kerry Washington for 688. We have LaShonda Lynch from Bob Marley, One Love. Now, she did very good in that movie. To me, she was very good. Now, I think with that script, I think they were trying so hard not to show Bob Marley in a bad light that they stripped it so much that it didn't seem to make sense. Now, I do understand that they capped it in a certain position in his life, but they had stripped this, they had stripped it down so much. I would, and again, the family owns the rights to all Bob Marley things. So if someone was to make a Bob Marley movie, it probably would go that same route. They're going to strip it instead of just telling who he was, how things were going on. They were trying to make him into it felt like they were trying to make him into a deity or this larger than life figure than expressing who he was as a man. Great accolades and faults as well. We have Lupita Nyong'o in A Quiet Place, Day One. And then we have Regina King in Shirley. I watched that. I thought she did a pretty good job in Shirley. I didn't watch A Quiet Place, but I've watched the other movies. So let's continue. So then we have Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Motion Picture. We have Brian Tyree Henry in The Fire Inside. And I can't wait to see that movie. I'm going to go see that movie. We've got Corey Hawkins in Piano Lesson with Netflix. We've got David Allen Greer in the American Society of Magical Negroes. I don't know anybody that went to go see that movie. Did anybody go see that movie? Because once it was announced, everyone thought it was going to be like a Harry Potter-esque type movie, and then when it came out, it was like, oh well, we're around trying to make white people comfortable. That was the no, that was a no. That was an absolute that was an absolute no for me. I was like, no, I'm not even into that. That made no sense. I was not feeling that. That this didn't make any sense to me. We have Denzel Washington in Gladiator 2 and Samuel Jackson in The Piano Lesson. So then we get to the Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Motion Picture. We've got Anjanou Ellis. Now, she's nominated twice, but in two different movies. We've got Anjanou Ellis in Exhibiting Forgiveness, and then we have Anjanou Ellis in Nickel Boys. So she's in two different movies. Honestly, I wish they had picked just one for her and then put another actress in there. I do. I mean, I'm not trying to discount her acting or her acting ability, but I really wish that they would have just picked one of those movies and then picked and held space for another actress to be in here. We have Danielle Detweiler in The Piano Lesson. We have Ebony Obsidian in the 688. She was the main character in the 688. And then we have Lynn Whitfield in The Albany Road. So then we have, let me see how we work this out. So then we have Outstanding Independent Picture. We have Albany Road, Exhibiting Forgiveness, Rob Peace, Sing Sing, and We Grown Now. Excuse me. Outstanding International Motion Picture, El Lugar de La Otra, Emilia Perez, and that's a movie on Netflix starring Zoe Saldana. Memoir of a Snail, Seed of the Sacred Fig, and The Wall Street Boy. So these are international pictures, and I don't think I'm going to watch the Emilia Perez movie and see what's going on with that particular movie, because Zoe Saldana just won a Golden Globe for that particular movie. So here we have outstanding breakthrough performance, and again, this is not the exhaustive list. If you want the exhaustive list, again, go to the NAACP Image Awards YouTube page. They have the exhaustive list. You can definitely go on there and see that. And also, the Hollywood Reporter also has the exhaustive list as well, if you just want to read it. The outstanding breakthrough performance in a motion picture, we have Brandon Wilson, in Nickel Boys. We have Clarence McClin in Sing Sing. We have Danielle Detweiler in The Piano Lessons, and we have Ebony Obsidian in The 688, and Ryan Destiny in The Fire Inside. And again, I'm going to see that movie. I understand that she did an excellent job within that movie, and I'm going to see that movie as well. Let's see. We're going below here. Outstanding ensemble cast in a motion picture. We've got the Bob Marley One Love movie. We have The Book of Clarence. We have The Piano Lesson, The 688, and we have Wicked. Now, when I look at the ensemble cast, I promise I think it's going to be somewhere. It's going to be between The Book of Clarence and it's going to be between The Piano Lessons. That's what I'm looking to see. It's going to be between those two. The 688 was good. I think and they had a great cast, but because the script didn't we didn't get to hear any of the other women's reasoning for why they came, or their backstory as to why they came into the 688. If you've seen the documentary, we saw this information, but the way Tyler Perry opened up this film, it was basically Ebony's character went into there because a friend of her had passed away, and he made it into a love story when it wasn't a love story. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me. So I think it's going to be anywhere, but like I said, I think it's between The Piano Lesson and The Book of Clarence. And y'all let me know if that's something that you think. We have outstanding animated motion picture. They have Inside Out 2, Kung Fu Panda, Moana, Piece by Piece, The Wild Robot. I probably is going to be between, in my opinion, Moana 2 and Inside Out 2. That's where I'm going. So there you have outstanding character voiceover performance in a motion picture. You have Aaron Pierre and Mufasa the Lion King. What did you say about my brother? Don't you say talking my brother? We have Anika Noni Rose in the Mufasa the Lion King. We have Ayo Idibiri in Inside Out 2. We have Blue Ivy Carter in Mufasa the Lion King. And we have Lupita Nyong'o in The Wild Robot. Yes, he is. 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 And what's so interesting, I'm surprised that he didn't play Scar, because he looks like Scar. If you look at if you look at the animated Lion King, he looks just like Scar. The eyes and everything. I'm surprised they didn't happen to play Scar, but anyway. Outstanding short form live action. We've got Chocolate with Sprinkles. Definitely Not a Monster. If They Took Us Back. My Brother and Me. And Superman Doesn't Steal. That's live action. Outstanding short form animated. We have If, Nate and John, Peanut Heads, Black History of Tunes, Jackie Robinson, Self, and Walk in the Light. Anybody familiar with those? I don't know. All right. So here we have again, we're going to go through, and this is still film. Outstanding comedy series. They got Abbott Elementary, How to Die Alone, Papa's House, The Neighborhood, The Upshaws. I think I want to say that Abbott Elementary won last year. I would hope to see between How to Die Alone and How to Die Alone and The Upshaws. Uh, what's her name? She played on in what is that show with Issa Rae? I can't think of it. It'll come to me in a minute. But what's the name? I can't think of I can't think of the show, and I can't think of her name. It'll come to me. You know it will. We've got outstanding actor in a comedy series. You got Cedric the Entertainer in The Neighborhood. We got Damon Wayans in Papa's House, because that's pretty new. That just came out this year. Didn't it just come out in September? We've got David Allen Greer in St. Denis Medical. We've got Delroy Lindo in Unprisoned on Hulu. And we've got Mike Epps in The Upshaw. I watched Unprisoned, and I know they based it as a comedy, but for me, it's not that funny to me. I will tell y'all, just to be true, and like I said, I saw the first season. Maybe they got better in the second season, because I didn't see really good chemistry between Kerry Washington and Delroy Lindo in that first season. You know, it everything seemed to be too pushed. I didn't really see a good chemistry between those two, but apparently they had a second season, and he's been nominated. We've got outstanding actress in a comedy series. We got Ayo Idibiri in The Bear, Kerry Washington in Unprisoned. We got, there she is, Natasha Rothwell in How to Die Alone. Quinta Brunson in Abbott Elementary. We got Tashina Arnold in The Neighborhood. Natasha Rothwell, I thought, is really good in this show. So I hope she wins. That's my pick. Again, for Unprisoned, I don't think that's Kerry Washington's best work. I just don't see that for her. Comedy is really not her forte, in my opinion. It's not her forte. So let's continue. Outstanding supporting actor in a comedy series. We got Damon Wayans Jr. in Papa's House, Giancarlo Esposito in The Gentleman, Kenan Thompson on Saturday Night Live. I didn't know he was still on Saturday Night Live. He's been on Saturday Night Live for a very, very long time now. And what's interesting is that he is a good comedian, and he is a decent actor. And I am surprised that he has not expanded his brand outside of Saturday Night Live. That's kind of concerning to me. He is, like I said, he is a very good actor, but I just don't understand why he has not expanded his brand outside of Saturday Night Live. I think he could do, and even not necessarily always doing something in the comedic realm, because I have found that a lot of the comics are great dramatic actors. And so I'm not understanding. I don't know if maybe he doesn't want to do that. Maybe he feels like he doesn't have the Hollywood look. But I'm willing to bet you, if he would jump in to be a supporting actor somewhere in a comedy movie or a dramatic movie where he would be the comic relief, not necessarily the total comic relief, but because again, he is a he is a comedic actor. He can definitely bring a piece of that comedy to it, and it'll be, and he'll do a great job. I just think so. We've got Tyler James Williams in Abbott Elementary, and he's had a little come up too. One of the things I'm liking about Tyler James Williams, is that the same person I'm thinking about? Hold on, y'all. Yes, it's the same one. One of the things I'm liking about him is his glow up is really good. You know, he is considered outside Colin Domingo. Honey, his fashion sense is very well. He wears clothes that fit his body well. You know, he's not the he's a decent looking guy, but his clothes, what he wears and stuff like that, and how it fits his body, A1, A1, A1. Keenan had a short-lived sitcom. Okay. I think he might not, because I know he came out of TV with Good Burger and all that other stuff. I know he did. I don't see him as a lead just yet. I really would love for him to do a lot of supporting actors, supporting roles, and to get people to get used to him. Like, I don't see why he couldn't be the coach. Well, they don't have a thing, but why he couldn't be a PE teacher on Abbott Elementary? You see what I'm saying? Why he couldn't be Natasha, how to die alone, have a supporting role in one of those types of films and things like that. I a series. I think he would do good. I just think he is one of those talents that that's a good talent, but we don't get to see any more of him than Saturday Night Live, and to the point that I forgot about him until I saw it. Keenan is competition again. Daryl, forget the guy for the longest running cast member on SSL. Is he? Yeah, I just he could be a good supporting cat. Yeah, I just do. I think he's a good talent. I think he is playing it real safe over there at Saturday Night Live. I think he should expand his horizon, because it's better to leave when he's on top for them to push him out, because again, comedy is changing, because again, the generations are changing. Comedy when I was coming up is different. So, and he's like in that millennial type comedy, and here we've got Gen Zers, their comedy is totally different. So I think I think this is the time for him to make the move. He can still be on Saturday Night Live, I think, but I still think, they go on hiatus, and I think he should make a very good effort, a concerning effort, to get out here and find him some roles that he can get into. All right, let's go into Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. We've got Danielle Pinnock in Ghost. We've got Ego Newodem in Saturday Night Live. We got Janelle James in Abbott Elementary. We've got Cheryl Lee Ralph in Abbott Elementary. And we have Wanda Sykes in The Upshaws. So we have the Outstanding Drama. We've got 911, and Angela Bassett play. I think Angela Bassett. Does Angela Bassett play in 911? I believe she does. Yes. We've got Bel Air. Bel Air this year, it was good. It wasn't as good as the first season and the second half of the second season, but I'm glad that they have a fourth season coming. I think that's the last season, but I have enjoyed this iteration of Bel Air. I like it as a drama series. And they bring the comedy as they need to. I'm enjoying all the characters on there. I think Peacock did a very good job with this particular show. We've got Cross, and if y'all have not seen Cross, with Aldous Hodge and Isaiah Mustafa, y'all go watch that first season. Excellent season. My only critique is the fact that Amazon didn't put it out week by week. They gave us the whole lump sum, and then you watched it in that whole lump sum. And so, you had the people who binged watched it, and then you had you know what I'm saying? And for me as a reviewer, I really would have wanted them to do it week by week, because that would have kept a lot of the engagement in it. But that whole season 1, chef kiss. They are on point to have a season 2, and I'm glad to hear about it, but I'm glad to see that they were nominated. We have Found on NBC, and we have Reasonable Doubt on Hulu. Another excellent show, Reasonable Doubt. I do my reviews on Reasonable Doubt. I absolutely love the fact that it is week by week, because baby, that show is something serious. So let's get into the Outstanding Actor in a Drama Series. Whew, we have good looking Aldous Hodge, and I am hoping I'm gonna two of my mutuals, the Dre Max Show and Chillmonger, they are doing videos in regards to the rumor that they are looking to recast Black Panther. They're looking to recast T'Challa, and I think Aldous Hodge would make a excellent T'Challa. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. But I do think it's time that that character be brought back, and I think Aldous Hodge is in the running for that. Also, along with Damson Idris. Now, Damson is gonna have to gain a little weight. He's gonna have to buff up a little bit. But I think him and Aldous Hodge can do an outstanding job being T'Challa. Yeah, I grew up watching stand up, different world now. Yeah, it's different. It's just it's different things that listen. I'm Generation X, and things that was in comedy when I was coming up, you couldn't say those things now because listen, they were sexist, they were misogynist, they were feminist, they were all kinds of stuff. They was raunchy. It was a whole lot of stuff going on when I was in comedy. So just like Eddie Murphy, like his stand up, like Eddie Murphy and Red Fox and uh, Richard Pryor, their comedy wouldn't make it. Somebody in Gen Z watching their comedy would be so offended, so offended. It's good. It is good. And the one thing that I like it because one thing I like about it is it watching young people is not necessarily always having to do with selling drugs or anything. It's all black people come from the hood. It's not all about that. You have a good balance, in my opinion, of upper middle class kids, rich kids. You have Will, who does come from a lower middle class family. He has some issues, and they're working all those things out. I do love the fact they talk about how family helps you out. Because for what did you feel about Aunt Viv? When her sister needed her to come and to help her with Will, she stepped up. The whole family stepped up. They embraced him, and those are the types of images, in my opinion, as black folks we should be seeing because of the fact that those things exist. If you go out here in the mainstream, and mainstream means white. If you live in the United States of America, the only images that they see of black people is that they live in the hood or they're in jail. So they look at people who have grown up, black folks who have grown up middle class, who've grown up lower middle class, who've grown up in a very who've grown up in a prosperous home. They look at it as an anomaly. I mean, even think about how Blue Ivy is spoken about. It's like, oh my God, she's this, she's that, she's doing this. Now, black folks will talk about how she dresses and how her hair is and stuff like that. And white people will talk about, oh my gosh, I can't believe that they're letting her do this or say this. And why did she have a Louis Vuitton purse? Why she have because her mama a billionaire. Her parents are billionaires. She probably has things that it'd take me 3 or 4 years to work for, that she just has at her feet, because that's just what it is. And for the mainstream, those things, they look some of them. And I'm not saying all, so don't get it, don't do that. I'm just saying people seem to think that black people being middle class or being prosperous is an anomaly. Most people that I know are middle class. Are there poor folks? Absolutely. But there are poor white people just like there are poor other people. But again, I like Bel Air for that. Okay. Cross is good, but I need the acting to get a bit tighter. It's good. Now, I love the lump sum model. Yeah. And like I said, the script, the subject matter, how the pacing of it, I enjoyed it. You're right. The acting would need to tighten up a little bit. Hopefully they because the chemistry between Isaiah Mustafa and Aldous Hodge is really good. We just have to they just got to get comfortable. So I'm curious about what next case that they're going to be working on. Yes. All right, let's see where we are. We've got out. Let me move my head. Let me see. Outstanding actress in a drama series. We've got Angela Bassett. We have Imiyati Corinaldi. I can never Imiyati. I know that's Imiyati. I just never really heard them say her last name. We've got her in Reasonable Doubt. We have Queen Latifah in The Equalizer. We have Shanola Hampton in Found, and we have Zoe Zaldana in The Lioness. Now they said that that's good too. Lioness is good. Outstanding supporting actor in a drama series. We have Adrian Holmes in Bel Air. That's the father, because he's a nice looking man too. We have Cliff Method Man Smith, Power Book 2 Ghost. Not Method Man. Methodman. We have Isaiah Mustafa and a little trivia. You know, Isaiah Mustafa used to be the Old Spice guy that was on the horse. He was the Old Spice guy. Now he's gained a little, he's gained a little weight and got his hair. And I looked at him and I was like, I know him from some, but I just don't know what I know him from. And then, as I was perusing online for reviews, people reviews, and what they thought about the cross, that's where it came up. I was like, okay, the Old Spice Man. Is it good? Yeah. Yeah, he's got his whole power universe over there. That's power. That's the PCW, the Power Cinematic Universe. That's his niche. That's where he's gonna stay. That's what he knows. So he stays over all in that lane. That's where he's going to be. I want to watch that so bad. I've seen like little clips and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, that looks so good. It looks so good. We've got Jacob Lattimore in The Shy. I tried to watch The Shy again. For me, I don't like to watch a lot of, because I tried to watch. I watched the first season of Power, and it pissed me off. I just don't like all of that. I don't like The Shy. I haven't really watched The Shy, but I definitely am gonna just try to peep at it. But if you're talking about selling drugs or doing all that, I don't want to hear nothing. I really don't want that to be the focus of the show. I think that there's so much other stuff that we can go. We've got Morris Chestnut in Reasonable Doubt, and he looks so good there. Oh my goodness. Let me keep going. Outstanding supporting actress in a drama series. We have let me make it bigger so I can see, child. Adoja Ando for Bridgerton. Coco Jones in Bel Air. And let me just say this about Coco Jones. Did y'all get her album? Oh my goodness. Great playthrough. Great playthrough. Her album, she won a Grammy for it last year. That is a good that is a great album. If you just want to, how you want to just play an album and let it play and you want to listen to it, I love that album. I'm so proud of her. I'm so glad to see her coming from Disney to now moving as a child, moving in, as a child actress into an adult actress. I think she's done a very good job. Hands off to her. We have Golda Rocheville in Bridgerton. We have Lorraine Toussaint in The Equalizer. And we have Lynn Whitfield in The Shy. So let's move on to music. Again, that was not the exhaustive list of all the television and movie categories, but I did that would make this video much longer than I wanted it to be. But girl, yes, 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 yes. So let's look at the outstanding new artist category. We have Doechii. Listen, she's such a breath of fresh air for women in rap music, because this industry cookie cutter approach with the Lottos and the Ice Spices and the Cardi B's and the Meg the Stallions and even the Nickies, the big booty girls with the, always wearing the high designer clothes and, all this other stuff. And the subject matter of their music is so, my booty, this, my clothes, this, my hair, I'm fine. I'm gonna take your man, or I got my man, and you ain't gonna do all that type of music and stuff like that. She brings a breath of fresh air into this. It is such a switch. And you remember when she first came out, she was in that cookie cutter approach as well. You know, they had her all dressed up and trying to be pretty and everything. That's not, let me restate that. They had her all dressed up in that cookie cutter approach, you know, real pretty, hair slicked back in a big ponytail. They had her in that lane. She did good, but when she decided to switch up to making it more personable to her, great album. Great album. Great album. Yes, Coco started on Disney. She started on Disney. You know, it's the same with Zendaya. Zendaya started on Disney as well. We've got outstanding male artists. We've got oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even finish the new artist. Miles Smith. We have Samut, Shabuzi, and Tyler. Um, Tyler had that little song, the water song. I absolutely enjoyed it. But it's something about like they're trying to pivot her into something. I'm not really sure because I see that she has been it's like they're trying to make her a mixture of Aaliyah, Janet Jackson, and Ariana Grande. They're trying to take those three images and trying to push them into her, and she just doesn't seem to have the personality to pull it off. I hope I'm saying that right. She doesn't seem to have that personality to pull it off. So I'm looking forward to seeing more of her music because, like I said, she has a little ditty bops that I like. It's just something about the way they're trying to craft her image is not working for me. Outstanding male artist, we've got Chris Brown. For all the things people think about Chris Brown, I was very impressed with the fact that he went down to South Africa and he sold out a 90,000 uh, uh, seat stadium 2 days in a row. We've got J. Cole from Dreamville. J. Cole's, you know, when that rap beef happened between Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and J. Cole. When J. Cole dropped out of that rap beef, everybody was like, okay, we see why he dropped out. However, after I look back over it and then go back over my I have a video 2024 year hip hop 2024. I kind of mentioned the fact that in there that I thought that J. Cole was the one that kind of started it by mentioning the big three. And I'm just thinking now, yeah, you did your 7 minute drill. You should have did one more song, and then you should have said, you know what, I'm out. I know I did good and been through with it. We've got Kendrick Lamar, and he's had a stellar year beefing against Drake. We have October London, and we have Usher. Outstanding female artists, we've got Beyonce, Coco Jones, Doechii. I do not know what it is about Glorilla. I absolutely love Glorilla. And maybe it's the authenticity, and maybe that's what that is with Tyler. I don't see I'm not authentic. I'm not feeling that she's being authentic about who she is. Like I said, she seems like there's like three different images that they're trying to portray her in, and it's just not working. I think that they should just allow for her whatever it is, her image, her South Africanism. I think that they should allow that to come out. I do not understand that they're marketing her to American market. However, I still think that whatever that is about her, I think you should allow that to come out as well, and then allow for her to do her music. Hmm. Yeah, people still like Chris. You know, Rihanna has moved on. You know, she did that Oprah interview where she said that she had forgiven him, but she just wasn't gonna be around him no more. So she's forgiven him. She's moved on. However, he is a little problematic. He still had some, you know, issues with Carucci and a couple of other people. So he's still a little problematic, but he, you know, I don't know what to say. His problematicness is not stopping his music. Other like, you know, like what's his name, R. Kelly, out here doing way too much for the gram, that kind of stuff. And anyway, and Diddy and all of them, they're just doing way too much for the gram. So we have, let's see, we did the male artist, and oh, did Glorilla, Big Glow. I like her. And we have her. Outstanding album. We have Alligator Bites Never Heal, and that's by Doechii. We have let me get this bigger. So Cape Town to Cairo by PJ Morton. Coming Home by Usher. Cowboy Carter by Beyonce. And Glorious by Glorilla. This is outstanding album. We've got outstanding hip hop and rap song. We have Mamushi by Megan Thee Stallion. That was a big TikTok sound. We have Murdergram Do. We've got LL Cool J and featuring Eminem. And let me tell y'all something about that Kendrick Lamar. And I mentioned it on my hip hop 2024. And shout out to Blue Bluminati, who joined me as a co-host on that show. One of the things that I think that I hope going into 2025 this year, I am hoping to see a lot of the older rappers get out here and make music, because for some reason, somehow, somewhere, it has always been mentioned that rap music is a young man's game. But what we find out in the past 5 or 10 years, you look at your faves that come out in the past 5 or 10 years, they either, they are out here either with court cases, or they've been pruned from the timeline. And so there is really a gap, pruned from the timeline, like Pop Smoke, King Von, XXX Estacion, all of those people. So there has been a gap, in my opinion, in hearing the messages for young people in rap. Now, I'm not telling you that I've heard all these people, but I'm just saying men in rap have had a bad way to go in the past 10 years. And so I think we need to get out of the notion that rap is a young person's game, and we need to get the Jay-Z's and the LL Cool J's and the what's his name, Outcast and the Ludacris and thing. They don't have to rap like they was rapping before. The Eminems, they don't have to do that, but they are grown men now, and they have issues and things that's going on that I would love to hear about it. I would love to hear about what's going on. But let's continue. We have Noid by Tyler the Creator. We have Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. And we've got Yay Glow by Glorilla. So let's look at these R&B songs. And, I had to scrub the internet to find all these ladies with white on. So, excuse me. We have Outstanding Soul and R&B Song. We've got 16 Carriages by Beyonce. We have Here We Go, Uh-Oh by Coco Jones. We have I Found You by PJ Morton. We have Residuals by Chris Brown. And we have Saturn by SZA. Outstanding International Song, we have Close by Skip Marley. We have by Chris Brown featuring Devado. We have Jump by Tyler. We have Love Me Jeje by Tim's. We have Piece of My Heart by WizKid featuring Brent Faiyaz. And in our outstanding music, video and visual album, we have Victoria Monet with All Right. We have Doechii and JT with Alter Ego. We have Chloe Bailey, Boy Bye. Now, Chloe Bailey, there is something about Chloe Bailey. Chloe Bailey is a great singer. Chloe Bailey is a great writer. Chloe Bailey is a great producer. She's a great arranger. She is a great musician. But it's something about all of those things that I can't figure out why she isn't at levels like she should at levels like she should be. I'm not telling you that she is Beyonce, but what I'm saying is that Chloe Bailey Here it is. Chloe Bailey was never ready for a solo career. Halle Bailey was never ready for a solo career. I think when Halle took that job for The Little Mermaid, Chloe was looking to do something, so she came out with her solo album. I think Chloe Bailey would have made more sense, and this is Pam Entertainment TV's opinion. I think it would have made more sense that Chloe Bailey should have been writing songs for people, uh getting her songs and getting her pen out there. And then once Haley was finished with The Little Mermaid and the stuff that she did with The Little Mermaid, I think they should have come out with another album. And because again, the other albums that they had, they were to me teenagers. Their last album was to me their first album where they were like adults, young adults. I think that they should have had a second album as they were in their adulthood, and put that out. I just don't think Chloe Bailey at that point was ready for a solo career. I think if they had put a second uh, group duo album out, and then she came out with a solo album, I think it would have been great. But right now, I just her image is, and she's not bad. I'm not trying to say that. It's just she feels incomplete to me, and I hope I'm saying that right. She feels incomplete with me. Right, right. The same thing with Normani. Normani seems incomplete to me. Normani can sing, she can do all those things, but it's just it's they're just not seeming incomplete, and that has a lot to do with artist development. And they're not developing these artists like they need to be developing these artists. That you have all these great singers, and particularly on the women's side, you're not developing these artists. Cut back on the beauty and glam budgets. Cut back on these beauty and glam budgets. They don't need these designer outfits or anything like that. Go back to the 70s when people used to make their outfits and stuff like that, have a concept, have a design about, and keep them in that concept or design, and get them out here doing this music. Because like I said, I just don't feel like she's incomplete. There's no reason in the world that Chloe Bailey isn't out here like these Sabrina Carpenters and all these other people out here with big audiences and competing. And, I just think that I think that that's sad. Not like us. Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, and yeah, Glow. I just think that's sad. And again, that's the list. It's not the exhaustive list. There's just enough that I wanted to be able to go over with you. If y'all want to see the complete list, this is the YouTube page. And I believe I have the links to the YouTube page and to the Hollywood Reporter in my description bar. Y'all, thank you so much for rocking with me. I really do appreciate it. Again, this is Mom Nation. Are y'all looking forward to the NAACP Awards? I believe, let me look. It's coming out next month. I know it's February. February 22nd. Saturday, February 22nd is when the NAACP Awards come out. I'm definitely going to watch it. It's going to be on CBS and it's going to be on BET. I think they're going to simulcast it. So, again, y'all, please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell a coworker, tell that heifer that you cannot stand that I'm over here making these videos. And as always, people, bye-bye.